متابعينا الكرام أينما كنتم حول العالم وفي القارة الآسيوية، مرة جديدة نطل عليكم عبر منصات التواصل الاجتماعي الخاصة بالاتحاد الآسيوي لكرة القدم في بداية وكسال موسم جديد من دوري أبطال آسيا، ومرة جديدة للموسم الثاني على التوالي في ظل جائحة كورونا مع ما ترافق معها من ظروف استثنائية على مستوى التحضيرات والترتيبات وحتى على مستوى أوضاع الفرق. مرة جديدة كان يفترض أنا وزميلي روشن راي أن نكون نلتقي وجاهيا كما جرت العادة، إلا أنه الظروف الاستثنائية حالت دون ذلك فنلتقي افتراضيا. مرحبا بك روشن.
Hello Muhammad, it's great to see you again, and it's great to welcome our viewers back too, as we're looking ahead towards the official draw for the AFC Champions League 2021 group stage. Now I know we're all excited for what's to come this season, and I'm excited for what's to come a little bit later on the show, as we've got one of the competition's all-time greats, Dejan Damjanovic. He'll be joining us to share his thoughts on what we can expect from this year's campaign. But before we move on and look ahead to the 2021 campaign, Muhammad, why don't you just run us through a little bit of the history of this great competition?
بطبيعة الأحوال هذه البطولة التي تمتد بتاريخها المشرق والمشوق لعقود خلت، لأنه بالعام 2003 كما نعرف تغير نظام البطولة واستحدث فشهدت هيمنة الغرب على أول 3 نسخ منها العين الإماراتي والاتحاد السعودي عبر في مناسبتين نحو اللقب، واستعاد منطقة شرق آسيا استعادت زمام التتويج عبر تشونبوك الكوريا الجنوبي، ثم أوراوا وجنبا أوساكا من اليابان، وأيضا الكوريون استعادوا اللقب أيضا لمنطقة شرق آسيا عبر بوهانغ ستيلرز وسيونغ نام. في عام 2010 عادت الدفة لمصلحة غرب القارة مع السد القطري وانتزع اللقب، ثم تبعه مجددا أولسن هيونداي في العام التالي باللقب. غوانزو ايفرغراندي حقق أول ألقاب الصين في عام 2013. ويسترن يونيون الأسترالي وضع أستراليا على أول منصة تتويج لها في آسيا منذ انضمامها إلى الاتحاد الآسيوي في عام 2006. غوانزو مجددا في العام 2015 صعد منصة التتويج، ثم حمل جونبوك الكوريا الجنوبي مرة جديدة اللقب لمرة ثانية، وأيضا هوراوا ريدز دايموند فعل نفس التتويج في العام التالي. مواطن كاشيما أبقى اللقب في اليابان في العام 2018 قبل أن يعيد الهلال السعودي اللقب إلى الخزائن السعودية في عام 2019 بعد غياب عن التتويجات ل14 عاما. طبعا في الموسم الماضي كما نعرف وكما تابعنا في ظل جائحة كورونا، أولسن هيونداي يتوج على حساب بيرسبوليس الإيراني في النسخة التي شهدت ظروفا استثنائية، طبعا سنتحدث أكثر عنها لاحقا روشن.
Well, yes, Asian club competitions have had a long and rich history in its various guises. I mean, it started off in 1967 with the Asian Champion Club tournament. Then you had the Asian Club Championship from 1985 before the AFC Champions League was introduced in 2002 as the continent's premier club competition. And here we are, the 2021 campaign, which will be the 19th edition of the AFC Champions League. And as we actually move into a new cycle of the competition, the AFC has freshened up the look of the competition with a rebranding campaign that has included a new logo and several new initiatives with a particular focus on providing, well, what we hopefully will be providing now and in the near future as well, with fresh and visually captivating content across all the AFC's official channels on digital and social media for fans of Asian football. We're all about trying to grow the game here in Asia, and hopefully you'll be able to join us in that journey with Asian football.
بطبيعة الحال روشن، الاتحاد الآسيوي هذا العام 2021 أطل على جماهيره التي تتابع بكثافة البطولة القارية الأعرق دوري أبطال آسيا، وطبعا باقي البطولات سيما البطولة الرديفة كأس الاتحاد الآسيوي. أطل بشعار جديد بألوان تعبر عن ألوان القارة وألوان المنتخبات التي تلبس بفخر قمصان بلادها تمثلها في سياق القارة الصفراء وبطولاتها. المواد البصرية التي أطل بها والعلامات المرئية التي أطل بها الاتحاد الآسيوي هذا العام سيتم عرضها من خلال الشعار المستحدث، وطبعا سيكون لنا فرصة أن نتابعها على الشاشات على منصات التواصل الاجتماعي في أرض الملعب. طبيعة الأحوال الروح الكامنة وراء هذه العلامات التجارية ستنعكس أيضا في الاتحاد الآسيوي وشركائه التجاريين عبر مجموعة واسعة من الأنشطة التسويقية المخطط لها لإشراك الجماهير في جميع أنحاء القارة. طبعا كما سبق وذكرت هذا الشعار مستوحى من الملاعب والألوان التي ترتديها المنتخبات وترتيب البصري الديناميكي لمسابقات المنتخبات الآسيوية يحتضن الأماكن ذات التي توج فيها أبطال آسيا ودعم فيها المشجعون أفضل المنتخبات الوطنية. كان رئيس الاتحاد الآسيوي البحريني الشيخ سلمان بن إبراهيم قال بأنه هذا الشعار وهذه التوليفة الجديدة للشعار يجعل منه من مسابقاته أكثر صلة بالقواعد الجماهيرية. طبعا تقريبا مليار مشاهد لهذه البطولات سواء في القارة الصفراء أو من خارج القارة، وبالتالي يحظى المتابعون والمشاهدون بهذه الصلة البصرية المرئية ما بين المجموعة المتكاملة بصريا الكاملة وراء هذا الشعار وما بين أجواء البطولة.
Well, I think we've run through, the history of the competition. We've looked at the rebranding campaign, but for me, I think one of the most exciting things, Mohammad, that we've got to look forward to with the revamp of the competition was the decision by the AFC to actually transform the AFC Champions League into a more inclusive competition, expanding it to 40 teams. And I think that's going to provide a big boost to football in the region and to developing nations as well. We're going to see a few more teams from Southeast Asia, 6 teams at least in the group stages from Southeast Asia. So it's all about trying to grow the game. There will be more of an impetus now with fans getting an ability to see their teams at a top level Asian competition and to get more involved in the game. And I think it's all about the development of Asian football. And for me, I've been a big fan of getting more of these teams involved. As we saw with the Asian Cup, for me it was a big success. Teams getting to play at a very high level, competing against some of these strong sides on the continent. And I think we'll continue to see that in the AFC Champions League as well. Mohammad, we've touched on teams getting an opportunity in this competition from some of the developing nations. But what are some of the sides for you in terms of, who you're looking at from the West Zone to perhaps go on and be some of the favorites here, or teams that we should be keeping an eye out on?
وبطبيعة الحال حصة الإمارات ستكون فريقين من المجموعة تلقائيا، هما الشارقة وشباب الأهلي، بينما الوحدة والعين سيلعبان في التصفية. الشرطة بطل الدوري العراقي حجز مقعده المباشر، أما الزوراء والقوى الجوية فيخوضان الملحق. وطبعا تأهل مباشرة أيضا عن غرب آسيا كل من الوحدات الأردني، بختكور الأوزبكي، جوا الهندي، اسبلول دشامبي التاجيكي، والتن أسير التركماني.
Well, I mentioned earlier 6 clubs from Southeast Asia joining in the group stages, potentially more to get through the playoffs. You got from Thailand, Port FC, BG Pathum United in there. Singapore will have a club in the group stages for the first time since 2010, with Tampines Rovers making it into the 2021 edition. Philippines will also have United City FC as its representatives in the group stage for the first time ever, while Malaysia's Johor Darul Takzim will be playing in yet another AFC Champions League group stage campaign. And it's exciting times, not just in the East Zone, but in the West Zone as well. You've got FC Goa, who will be India's first ever club to feature in the group stages of the competition. You've got Jordan's first ever club to feature in the group stages with the champions Al Wahdat. You've got Tajikistan's Istiklal as well, making their debut in the group stages of the AFC Champions League. Now, you mentioned some big names over there from the West Zone. I'm going to talk about some of the big names from the East Zone. It's not going to be easy for these clubs coming into the AFC Champions League, because you will have your usual favourites in this season's campaign as well, looking to stamp their authority and make their mark on the continental stage. You've got the likes of Al Hilal, Al Saad, Persepolis, as you mentioned, Al Duhail looking to go again in the competition on the west side. And then over in the East Zone, the Chinese champions Jiangsu Suning, for example, making their way into the competition. You've got Guangzhou Evergrande with the 2 AFC Champions League titles. They suffered a group stage exit in the last campaign. Kawasaki Frontale, who swept everyone before them in the domestic competition, winning the J1 and the Emperor's Cup title. Gamba Osaka 2008 winners back in the AFC Champions League. Jeonbuk Hyundai as well. Ulsan will be in there looking to try and defend their title, and you could potentially have Pohang Steelers, who are 3-time Asian champions. They could be back in the group stages as well of the competition. So lots of big name teams, lots of opportunities for other teams coming through, Mohammad, to test themselves at a very high level. Look, I'm really excited for this. Looking forward to this edition of the AFC Champions League. Dejan Damjanovic, thanks for joining us. Great to see you once again. How have you been?
Thanks. Nice to be back. It's okay. I'm still here in Serbia waiting this paperwork to be done, and then I'm more than ready to start training, enjoying with my family. After a long time, I think this is my first time I have almost now 2.5 months holiday, so I'm enjoying, honestly.
Fantastic. And congratulations on your move to Kichi, by the way. How excited are you to be back in the AFC Champions League?
Yeah, thanks, man. It's nice to be back. Like I told you in previous interview, I hope so. We're gonna have one more interview in the next ACL competition, and it's okay. Really nice. Still, I'm not there, so this is a little bit weird because of everything and COVID. It's really complicated, but I know I'm playing again, and it's nice to be back.
Could you just tell us a bit more about how that move sort of happened?
Yeah, everybody knows about that. I said that I want to play ACL, and I was a little bit surprised that I didn't stay with Daegu, and I was expecting that I will play in Korea for one more year. I think I performed pretty well last year, but okay. When this didn't happen, I was looking team who will play ACL, and luckily, Kichi was really interested and really professional about that, and everything was done really quickly in a couple of days. So I'm really happy that I'm back in ACL, and that was my priority for this year.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you about that. I mean, we've already heard from you previously about how your priority was to get yourself that goal scoring record. But were there any other offers for your services this year?
In Korea, transfer market started a little bit later because of Ulsan, and they played ACL, so everything was delayed for a couple of weeks. And I honestly I didn't want to wait too long. I was waiting almost 2 months because everything was delayed, like I told you. But after that, I didn't want to wait longer than this. I need to training. I need to be back in shape soon as possible. I didn't know that ACL will be delayed for April. I was thinking we're gonna start in March, so everything was connected. And then I said, "Listen, I cannot wait anymore." So, and nothing official on paper, but I didn't have anything from Korea for ACL. So I was looking, like I said, my priority was to be back in ACL, and that was my focus, to find the team who will play there. And luckily, like I said, Kichi was really professional, interested, and quick. And then I didn't want to wait anymore. But in Korea, I didn't have anything. I was expecting Daegu will extend with me. Everything was perfect. Connection with players, fans, people in inside of city, and even with office, I was enjoying every moment. But we didn't extend. So after that, I didn't have any offer from Korea, honestly.
Well, the move is done. You're off to Kichi. You're going to be playing in the AFC Champions League once again. How are you looking to use your experience to help Kichi in this season's campaign?
Yeah, I'm sure I can help. I'm feeling good. I'm more than motivated to perform well and to catch this record. And I know they're the best team there, so I'm sure we have some quality. And now I'm there. I'm here, and one Spanish defender, and I hope so. We're gonna improve the squad with one or two players more, and I think we can do well. I'm sure that my job up will be done from me. Don't worry. So I think we just need to start soon as possible to start training and prepare well, and I need to catch up with my new teammates. But I'm sure my experience and my quality can help a lot Kichi in this year.
Now, you brought us to this year's campaign quite nicely, I think, there in your answer. Last season's campaign was the last one before the competition was to be expanded to 40 teams. That's what we'll have in 2021. 40 teams competing for the crown of the best team in Asia. What do you think of that decision to open up the AFC Champions League?
But last year we spoke about this, and they were saying maybe that will happen. We're gonna see how everything will go, but I think that's good. I know maybe it's a couple of teams like Kichi, we're gonna get a chance to play ACL, and I don't know how we're gonna perform. Everybody, I'm expecting that we're gonna be competitive, but they need to give chance for other teams from other nations, especially around here in Asia. Indonesia, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Thailand. They need to have some teams there. It's good for their football, for their league to be more competitive, because they know they will play ACL, they will play against best teams in Asia. They will check themselves against the best. So I know that it's some risk. We're gonna see how this will go, but I think it's a good decision. It's not too much. It's only 4 teams in our east part, 4 teams in west part. So I think quality will be almost the same, maybe even better. But I think it's okay. I think they need to change a little bit to give chance. So we're gonna see how this goes. But I think it's good. I like it. I really like it.
I can't argue with that. I'm a fan of it as well. I mean, I think it gives clubs, as you mentioned, an opportunity to play against some of the big boys. Speaking of which, are there any clubs in particular that you would like to be playing against in the group stages?
Yeah, nothing special. I know in the group stage you cannot miss Korean team and Japanese team. They are in every group. So I'm just if this Korean team, I wanna be Daegu. I want to just play against my ex-teammates, to see them again, meet them again, play against them. It's I had really nice season 2020 in Daegu. So if I can choose one Korea team, I will choose Daegu. Everything else, we're going to see. I think next week is a draw, so I hope so. We're going to have a little bit of luck, and then maybe we can be competitive in the group, and maybe a little bit easier for me to catch this record. But generally, nothing special. I know group will be tough, and all teams in ACL, they are more than good.
Spoken like a true professional there, Jan. You will take on any challenge that comes your way, right? But
you cannot choose too much. They're all good teams.
Dejan, I can't let you go without asking you this one more question. I think everyone wants to know about this. What are your own plans for the rest of your career? Come on, give us an answer.
First, I want to just stay healthy and do it, and finish this 2021 really good. I wanna prove that I can play. I hope so I can catch this record. After that, we're gonna see. I'm not planning too much. I'm now 39. This year it's gonna be 40. So I cannot plan too much in advance. I will go just step by step. I wanna first, finish this first part, do it well, prepare well, make one good season. After that, we're gonna sit and look what we're gonna do next. But I didn't think too much. Still, I'm focused on football, but I wanna stay in football. That's for sure. I wanna stay in football probably, and I can stay in Korea in some way. So we're gonna see how we're gonna do it. But football is my life, so for sure I will stay in football and after playing on the ground.
Dejan, you're a class act as always. Thank you so much for your time. All the best to you, and thank you for your insight into the AFC Champions League 2021 campaign.
Thank you so much for calling me, and I hope so soon we're gonna have one more interview.
لا شك أن المعلومات القيمة التي تفضل بها ديان ومقابلة رائعة روشن. نحن بدورنا لما يسعنا إلا أن نصل إلى ختام هذا الفيديو معكم متابعينا الكرام. سنكون وإياكم في إطلالات لاحقة طوال الموسم. كان بودنا كما قلت أنا وروشن في البداية أن نكون على أرض الملعب معكم جماهير كرة القدم الآسيوية، نكهة المدرجات والبطولة الأعرق آسيويا، لأن الظروف هذه السنة أيضا كما السنة الماضية تعاكسنا للأسف، على أننا نلتقي مجددا وجاهيا وليس افتراضيا. كل الشكر لكم متابعينا على حسن متابعتكم. نلقاكم بإذن الله. إلى اللقاء روشن، إلى اللقاء متابعينا.
Well, thanks, Mohammad. It was great to see you and great working with you once again. And thank you for tuning in to our show ahead of the AFC Champions League 2021 draw. We got 40 teams vying for the continental title, and it's something that I'm really looking forward to this season. Hopefully we get to see some high quality, good intensity, top class Asian club football. Remember that you can follow up with all the latest on this competition and all the latest from the world of Asian football by following the AFC on its digital and social media channels. Enjoy the draw that's coming up. Enjoy the football that's coming your way this year. We'll see you next time, but for now, it's goodbye.